Alt-R.
Hi, it's Dr. Robinson,
This
and
meeting is being recorded.
today I'm going to go over why you really need to teach both Nemeth Code and UEB Math. First, the biggest reason is our students are going to be exposed to both. One huge reason to teach Nemeth Code is this is the only code that is going to allow, presently, this is 2023, presently that's going to allow our students to go to the most advanced math out there. UEB Math does not have that ability yet. I truly believe that it will get there, but right now it is not close to options. So I'm going to go over both of the options, but there's going to be a lot of UEB Math books, so our students need to be able to read it. But Nemeth Code to output is twice as fast as UEB Math, and so students are going to be able to get their math done a lot faster. So our students that are in other countries where UEB Math is the norm, what they do is they have the brow displays and they input Nemeth Code, and of course it comes out reading as it needs to for their sighted teacher, because that is what it's all about, how to output work just as their peers. Okay, let me go ahead and regain focus of my page here.
Zoom. Document 2 Word.
Okay.
Document 2 Word. Edit.
Okay, so the different options are
Blank.
all equals. Let me just do that, all equals.
Alt equals selected. Math content.
Which takes you to the equation editor. This is Office 365. It is the most accessible in order to get the math done. Anytime you automatically enter into something, whether it's a table or a picture, you get another menu option, which is the equation. So let me show you how you get that set up correctly in order to have it work. I use both a focus brow display, I use a brilliant display, and to get the UEB Math really to work the best, it's NVDA and a brilliant brow display, though you can use it on a focus also. But I absolutely distinguish those out, and all Nemeth Code done on the focus because there's more commands available to get the math done quicker. So let's go ahead and get this set up correctly. I did the all equals. You can also do insert space plus a plus, and I'll show you how to, that because on the JAWS focus brow display, they've actually built in a command 3746 space in order to open the brow math editor, and I will talk about that also. First of all, let's do Alt, and you're going to see me do JE, because if you hit Alt, you're going to see the menu option that it goes to, and of course we want to teach our students how to do this so they can change codes based on their needs.
Upper ribbon. Equation tools. Equation tab. 14 of 14. Alt followed by Y. JE.
Okay, and you heard Alt followed. Don't ask me why it always says Y, JE. I'm thinking it's looking at, I don't know, the help menu. But ignore the Y, it's Alt JE, so it'll tell you the command if you forget. So it's going to be JE.
JE.
Okay, so immediately look to the left-hand side if you're visual, and you're going to see UF for Unicode, and that is going to be the standard for what we're doing in Nemeth Code. You've got LaTeX, TX, but we intermix LaTeX with the Unicode, and it works flawlessly when you're doing this in Word. And then you've got AB text N, and you will need to utilize that when you're doing UEB Math. But we need to set these up, the defaults up, which is going to be T1. So let's do T1.
T1. Leaving menus. Leaving ribbons. Alt plus F. Jet 1. Default font for Math regions combo box. Cambria Math.
Okay. So Cambria Math is the standard. You're going to tab once and you hear automatically convert expressions to professional format. That must be checked when you are doing Nemeth Code. That needs to be turned off when you're doing UEB Math. So I'm going to tab once.
Automatically convert expression space checked.
And I'm going to check that. Now, there's several other options in here that you can play around with in order to get the math that you want to look the way you want it to look. I'm just going to change a couple options right now. The next one is your justification. By default, it's centered. So anytime you do all equals, it's always going to be centered. So if you do Alt J, you can change it to left. So I'm just going to do Alt J.
Alt J, list box, left button selected. 1.
I, of course, have already set this default up, but I've been going back and forth between UEB Math, so I always have to uncheck the automatically convert expression because it will muck it up, and go ahead and test that out so you can see how it mucks up your UEB Math. And then I'm going to hit enter, and then I do Alt D to set default.
Enter. Justification combo Alt D. Equation options dialog. Microsoft Word enter. Defaults. Button to activate. OK button to enter.
Okay, and tabbed once. Okay, so let's go ahead and just do a little math here.
1/2 plus 1/2.
And I've made this really large, so it's
Dash,
easy
1.
for anyone to actually see. Oops, I forgot your equal here.
Space 1
Try that
minus
again.
equal
Equals
space
1.
1.
Okay, so you can type this out or you can braille it out just flawlessly on your brow display or your keyboard, and it works perfectly. Now, if you look to the top left-hand corner, if you're visual, you will actually see opening fraction indicator, 1/2, closing fraction indicator, plus opening fraction indicator, 1/2, closing fraction indicator, equal sign, number 1. So beautiful. You've got the visual up there also. So these are for the sighted teachers who may not have a brow display, but they really need to see the braille that the student is doing. So that's how you do that really easily with all equals. Now let's go ahead and hit enter.
Enter.
So the next one, because Focus Braille Display cannot use the 3746 space, which takes you into the Braille Math Editor, but insert space plus the plus sign will. So let's go ahead and do that.
Space. Braille Math Editor. Equation edit. Type in a math expression. Press insert F1 for more help.
Okay, so same thing on the Braille display. I'm just going to repeat that. So opening fraction indicator, 1/2, close, plus, open,
Dots 3 4 dots 2 3
close.
dots 3 4 spit dot 3.
Whoops, sorry, my Braille display is tipping.
3.
I've got these all over the place. Let's see, I need to do
dots 4 dots 1 3 space
and
dot 2 space.
Okay. Now, what's nice about this is you don't necessarily have to put the number sign in, and it will automatically, even when I hit enter, all the number signs that I may have not used, like 1 + 2 = 3, I don't have to use the number sign in that. Now, when you're teaching a student, of course, you want to teach them how to do that properly. But when you get older, the kids just whip this out, and you don't necessarily have to put the number sign in there, but it will automatically put it there in your brow display when you hit enter.
Microsoft Word document, Microsoft Word document, document 2 Word, edit.
And there you go. Now I'm going to down arrow, and on the JAWS Braille display, you can also get into that Braille Math Editor using 3746 in space. Okay, so I'm going to down arrow just so you can see the advanced math that you can do with Nemeth code that you cannot do in UEB Math yet using this very special editor. And it is about outputting work just as your sighted peers, and our kids can go just as far in math as any sighted person. Let's go ahead and down arrow and listen.
Alt equal insert space, JAWS folk, math content A = pi r squared.
Okay, and it reads flawlessly, A = pi r squared. That's exactly what it should say. And then, of course, the Braille is capital A, and then space equal sign, and then, of course, you have 46, P for pi, R, and then superscript 2 for the power of 2. And it reads beautifully. Now I'm going to show you the UEB Math also counterpart. But let's go ahead and go down to our most popular and common math problems.
Math content x to the power of n equals n summation subscript k = 0 superscript n over kx to the power of k to the power of n minus k.
Okay, so pretty advanced math there.
Blank. Math content a squared b squared = c squared.
Yep, very popular. A squared plus b squared = c squared.
Blank. Math content x = fraction negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4c over 2a.
Always have to have our quadratics in there.
Math content sine of alpha plus or minus sine of beta = 2 sine of 1/2 alpha plus or minus beta cosine of 1/2 alpha minus or plus sine beta.
Okay, so basic math all the way to trig. And of course, you can go as far as you want on here. Let's go ahead and go to another document here.
Screen sharing meeting Zoom. 4-3 homework 9W key LaTeX and UEB.
Okay, so this is a combination between LaTeX and UEB Math, and I'm going to give a little demonstration on this, and then I'm going to switch over to NVDA and Brilliant displays, though you can use both the Brilliant or the Focus on this. Well, here we go.
Directions, solve each solution. 9. Math content x squared y squared = 16.
Okay, so just get a feel for how well everything reads. Can you get JAWS to do the UEB Math? You can, but I have discovered NVDA is just a bit smoother because it's already built in Australia, so it's already built for the UEB Math.
Math content x2 y2 = 16.
Okay. So that is going to be how you do the math when you're using UEB Math, and that will read correctly, even though you're actually seeing you're just still seeing the Nemeth, but you'll see the combination with the UEB Math in a second.
Math content x minus y = 6.
Okay, so I think you've heard enough. Let me go ahead and turn off JAWS. I'm going to switch now to NVDA and the Brilliant.
Unloading JAWS. Quit JAWS. Enter. 4-3 homework 9W key.
Okay, and
4-3 homework 9W key latex and UEB math. Docs work.
now immediately I've got Braille viewers up here also. You can see how it kind of butchers the all equals. I do need to go in here and I do need to make sure all of this is correct, and I'm going to show you how to type this out correctly also.
X2 plus Y2 equals 16.
Okay, so NVDA does not have the power to read superscript or subscript, but it is on the Braille display and it reads flawlessly. As anybody who's visual can see, everything's done with a number sign in the upper numbers, and then of course our .5 and whatever you're doing, plus, minus, times, and your equal sign, all flawlessly read with your Braille display.
9 2 plus 2 equals 16.
And once again, you can see how the all equals is totally butchered. Now, I had my transcriptionist type up this, and then of course I've inputted the UEBs in the different formats. So now I need to show you how to change to your UEB math.
X2 plus Y2 equals 16.
Okay, and I'm gonna hit my end.
Line feed.
And enter. Okay, so once again, you need to always double check after you do all equals. You're going to prepare the kids for later on, and I'm going to take you to a simple mathematics, how you're going to start kids out. So let's go ahead and do all equals. Okay, I'm just going to hush them up. Alt-J-E.
Ribbon tabs tab J-E.
And I'm going to hit N.
N.
Okay.
Microsoft Word document edit multi-line selected type equation X.
So now you can actually do this out, and it's a Shift 6.
X. Caret.
But you can Braille this exactly as the UEB math is on your Braille display also, so it's
2
easy.
Plus Y. Y. Caret 2. 2. 1. 6.
Okay, so Braille display is going to be so much faster than typing it out on the keyboard, but just know you've got both options based on what you want to do. The unfortunate thing is NVDA does not read superscript, but NVDA is still much smoother than JAWS when it comes to UEB math. So that's how you just need to make sure you're going into your equation editor and having that type out. And I will tell you, I have been able to do Alt-J-E and just do the LaTeX straight in there. But I want to show you some other really cool options here. Oh, actually, I'll go to my other document and I'll show it to you.
Document 2, Word, Zoom, document, okay. 3 Word, Microsoft Word document.
So you can have a Braille display, NVDA, and computer, of course, screen reader, getting our really young students prepared. So if you're in a country where UEB math is the standard, this is how you can get them going. But once again, I highly suggest if you want your students to be able to do advanced math, they really need to learn Nemeth code. And why restrict learning, right? If you want to learn something, you go out and you learn it. So as instructors, I really believe that teach everything that our students need and then let them decide what they want to do in life. Okay, so here we go.
1 1 plus 2 equals 3.
Okay, so this is just easily, I'm just going to repeat what I did in order to get this typed up. You do not need to go into all equals, but you can also, I'm going to show you both, because you do need to teach them the all equals to prepare for more advanced math, and you'll see that in a minute. So I'm going to go ahead, and once again, Brailing is so much faster on this.
1 1 space 1 1 2 2 3 space.
And you can see the Braille, of course, comes out just beautifully. Now let's go ahead and do the all equals. Okay, you got to check to make sure it's all set up. Alt
Ribbon tab
J-E. And it does, for whatever reason, it can switch back. You don't always have to hit the N. So this time I'm just going to leave it as it is, and we'll see how it comes out.
J. Microsoft Word document edit multi-line 1 1 plus 2 2 3.
Now spatially, whoops, I put a plus
3
there.
Plus equal 3.
Now spatially, what's so nice about the all equals editor is it really puts everything in there nice and clean. Now you've got 1 plus 2 equals 3, and the all equals will always give you that really nice option there. Okay.
Page 1, section 1 1.
Okay, and down arrow.
2 2 times 4 equals 8.
Okay, so once again, you can just type that in.
Space 2 space time space
And it
4
reads correctly times.
space.
Okay, I'm gonna hit my end.
Line feed.
Okay, so you can do
Space 2 space
and
backslash
S
times
times
space 4
I have my computer to set up to do that, and I'll show you how to change
4
that. Equals 8.
8 space.
Now, you do want to start teaching them some LaTeX. So backslash times, and of course, there's websites with all the LaTeX symbols out. So you want to do overline, backslash, overline, and it'll change an overline over the longest math problem, and square roots and things like that. So let's go ahead and do all equals now. Okay, and once again, the UEB math comes out much more flawlessly if you're doing it on the Braille display. Because if you try to do pi r squared, you are going to have some issues with that. But I will show you how to get around that also right now. Okay, so 2 backslash times 4
equal space 8.
Okay, and you can go ahead and look up, and you can see the math editor.
Equal 4.
And of course, it's kind of running everything together right now, unfortunately. But
times.
Yeah, there's your times
2.
And there's your 2. And of course, it's kind of mucking it up because I put the alt equals right next to it. Okay, so, and then now you can go ahead and see the number sign. So do make sure you're doing your alt equals on a separate line. Okay, down arrow to the next one.
3 4 divided by 2 equals 2.
Okay, very nice. Enter.
Line feed.
Okay,
Space.
so you can type that out, but you can also do your alt equals. Actually, we're going to hit enter.
Backslash.
Because we already know
backslash
that can kind of be problematic for the number sign on that. Okay, so let's go ahead and do
4
backslash
I V
divide.
div
Automatically
space.
changes it, and of course it reads correctly in UEB Math.
2 equal 2.
Okay, so these are all the basics. You can also do fractions, which is really nice. You can see the other problems in here. Minus, very, very easy, and it reads correctly.
4 6 3 equals 3.
Okay, on your UEB Math.
5 6 1/2 plus line feed.
Okay. Let's go ahead and do some fractions here. So
1 2 plus space 1 2 equals 1.
Okay, and then of course when you see the UEB Math, that comes out correctly also. And then I have another fraction down below. So let's see how about setting that up. Now, once again, you have the Alt JE, but you don't have to do a lot. You don't have to mess around with that a lot with all the beginner math. And all of these are very easily done in UEB Math. So we're going to go to the file, and we're going to go to options.
T.
Okay, you need
Word options P
to proofreading
3 of 11.
Alt A.
Autocorrect English.
Right off the bat on this first page, autocorrect, shift tab up twice and uncheck the first 5 boxes because you do not want autocorrect automatically changing things in your document. Control tab 1 time.
Tab control. Math auto.
Okay, this is where you need to be. Math autocorrect. You're going to tab once and you're going to check the box, use math autocorrect rules outside of math regions. Well, if you're not doing the alt equals or you're just typing it in, because you noticed I could do 2 and then the backslash times, and it auto-corrected it right to the times and the divide. So you check that box, and then you're going to get those auto formats going for you. While I'm here, I'm just going to mention another one.
Auto format as you type tab selected.
So auto format as you type, tab in 8 times and uncheck the box automatic numbered lists. It's like magic happening. Okay, if you're an adult and you can follow that really easily, that's fine. But with children, it really, they miss it, and then they'll start double typing numbers. So you just get that off and then have them braille in their own numbers. So those are the options you need to do.
Document 3 word unavailable.
Okay, tab
when
off
correct.
once
Okay,
and
document
close.
3 word.
Okay,
5
let's
4
go to
divided by
another
2
document. Actually, I can do it right here. Control End.
7 1/4.
Okay, so the square root, if I was using LaTeX, I would go ahead and do all equals. And I'm going to need to change an option in here for the defaults because I do need to have automatic professional in here, and you'll see what I'm saying in just a second.
Ribbon tab J E.
Okay, I'm going to do T1.
T1. Equation options dialog general when copying an equation. Display. Place any real equation
right
options window. General grouping. Automatically convert expressions to professional format checkbox.
Okay, so you have to, if you get into more advanced math, you have to turn that off. for UEB. So I'm going to do a little UEB, and then I'm going to go ahead and change that back to professional for Nemeth.
Space.
Okay,
Not checked.
and
Document 3 Word.
Okay.
Microsoft Word document edit multi-lines.
So square root
/SQRT space.
Now you'll notice that the Braille is perfect up above in the it's .5 and then 1, 4, 6. So the square root of, but watch what happens.
4, 2, 3.
Okay. Now, once again, unfortunately, UEB Math doesn't really read this. I'm going to hit enter and move back up, and you're going to see what happens.
Page 1, section 1. Square root 423.
And of course, it's making me a liar. It's reading perfectly now. Okay, so I probably changed the components, and I did, yeah. So the Alt-JE, very critical on that one. So the square root. Now the difference is it doesn't put the line up above that. So, but it does if you use LaTeX, but I'm using NVDA. Anyway, the line will go all the way above the 423, and I can change to JAWS, and I can show you what that does on that.
Line feed.
Okay, now that that's totally proved me a liar, I'm going to have to try
Space.
some other ones. I'm just going to go ahead and put some more LaTeX in here.
/E times space.
Look at that. Oh, beautiful, gorgeous.
/div space.
Yeah. Okay, and you'll notice it turns the word before it goes ahead and does all of that. Let's see, square root, drawing a blank right now. Anyway, so you can see which you have to constantly change what you need versus if you're doing UEB or Nemeth. So let me show you the difference with the Nemeth here. I'm going to go ahead and do all equals. Alt
Ribbon E
JE
Y
T, whoops, I hit 1
T
T1.
1. Equation options dialog. Equation options win space.
And
Check.
check that now.
Document
Enter.
3 Word. Microsoft Word document.
So now the difference with
/SRT
whoops, did that one wrong. Square root
QRT
4, 5, 6, 7. Enter.
Page 1
You'll
section 1.
notice the
4,500
I'm gonna butcher the name of it, Venn curriculum or whatever. Anyway, the line above it automatically does that when you're actually using LaTeX, but it will not read
4,567.
it will not read correctly in UEB Math. Though it is giving all the other parts in there, but if you braille that out,
square root 423 times divide by.
so you can see the difference. It'll actually read it correctly. So you have the .5, 146, and I've gone back and forth between the keyboard and the braille display. And to get it to read the best in UEB, you really do need to do it. You need to uncheck that professional because it changes it so it's visually always perfect. Once again, one of the huge advantages of using the professional and some of the Nemeth code. Okay, so you can see the different things that you have to set up in here. I did not go into, these are contracted modes. You have different modes that you can utilize in there. Computer Braille can be incredibly fast. I'm using NVDA right now, and that's a whole other lesson. But this just gives you an idea, the differences between UEB Math and Nemeth code. So you can easily start out students with UEB Math. But in order to use it, and once again, this is 2023, I'm always really excited to see what occurs with the math. Because where we are right now, our students can go as far as they possibly can, outputting all their math in Word, just as their peers hand it in so the teacher can get it corrected. The huge disadvantage of our kids on Braillers and doing it out is all that work has to go to the transcriptionist. They have to transcribe it first, then get it back to the teacher. And the students have already moved far on beyond that by the time the blind student gets their feedback. In this way, they can work directly on their braille display, get the work done as fast as their peers. And oh yeah, combine that with Abacus, of course, in order to do the math quickly when the math problems are more advanced. But it is about getting our students on the same playing field as their peers. And this does it. Okay, hope that helped. And of course, if you have any questions, you can go ahead and get a hold of me at TechVision Training at yourtechvision.com. And ask questions as you need to. And of course, our website, yourtechvision.com, all the information is on there with all the videos on everything that you need, as well as our YouTube channel. Okay, let me know if
5
you
4
have
divided
questions,
4 6 3
and
equals 3.
we'll talk to you
Zoom.
later.